I could fix everybody's problem. I don't know why. I don't know why I just don't go to become the commissioner of baseball, basketball, and hockey and football.
We just give you a hat that just says commissioner.
Commissioner on it, and then I'll just do them all because I'll be like, no, this is stupid.
Good, whatever time it is for you, and it could be morning, afternoon, evening. I don't know when it is, but he is Greg.
That's me. I'm right across the way from you. I'm right over here. Okay, that's Bryan, formerly known as Nostradamus. But since he doesn't know where you are, he obviously can't be Nostradamus anymore.
Well, I don't know what time you're going to watch this. It could be 2:00 in the morning, and people are really tired, and they just put this on because they want to go to sleep.
That's probably the truth. To tell you the truth, that is probably the truth. It's like me watching Seinfeld to go to bed.
So anyway, Greg, as your wish, the NHL playoffs are going on. So we're going to do an NHL Stanley Cup preview. And I'm going to pick my team.
After the first few teams have already...
No, all the teams are still in.
No, but they've already played 3 games.
But that's okay.
Games. Yeah, but yeah, right. So we're going to do a preview after we get the first couple of games and to know who's doing what, right?
No.
You already previewed this well before.
All I did was just come up with the stats. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, but did you preview before you watched any of the games?
I haven't watched any of the games.
You don't watch hockey? I love hockey.
No, I've watched bits and pieces. I've watched bits and pieces of games. Like I watched the Sabres and the Bruins the other night, and the Sabres were down 2-1, and I changed the channel, and they scored 3 goals and ended up winning 4-2.
4 goals.
They scored 4 goals.
Yeah. There was an empty netter
in the third period.
But anyway, we'll start talking about that in a moment. But hey, you know what? We have had a few people that have liked and subscribed, Bryan.
They have. And we've even had people request things, and we're going to do a request.
So whoever requested, you better be watching this one.
Well, not this one.
Well, go ahead, watch this one too, and that one. That'd be great for us too. That'd help the algorithm. But anyway, you know what? We're going to get into NHL, right, Bryan?
That's right.
So like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you do like what we're talking about with the NHL.
Yeah.
Which realistically we know nothing about.
I've been to a Ducks game.
I've been to Ducks. I've been to Kings. I've been to there was another team that was playing down here back when we were like really, really young.
I think it was the Los Angeles Sharks.
Yeah, we're here.
I have a Los Angeles Sharks button.
That's where I got the hockey puck from.
And I also, we're going to get way off.
Yeah,
let's talk about this.
So here we go.
So the preview, since they're already going on. Here's the thing, just to start off with. Here's the thing that threw me. I was looking at this and I'm going, well, wait a second. One says S1, WC2, and there's got little letters there. And I just wanted to know what was the number 1 seeded team in the playoffs, and what was the number 2?
The Avalanche and the Hurricanes.
Well, I didn't know that. So,
and the way they do this, I actually have I'm going to show you what I did, because I'm looking at this going like, why are the Penguins and the Flyers playing each other and the Oilers and the Ducks playing each other? They're both in the same conference.
Okay.
In reality, if you look at I'm going to click on something here. I'm going to show you, like, if you look at the NHL Western Conference.
Okay.
Right. Obviously, the Avalanche 121 points, blew everybody away. The Kings 90. They were the last team in, so that's why the Avalanche and the Kings get there. And you get the next was the Stars. But why are they playing the Wild? If you look at the points, shouldn't they be playing the Ducks?
Yeah.
They're playing like the 3rd best team by points.
Yeah.
And that stinks for them.
Yeah.
And then you got the Knights and the Mammoth,
which are almost even.
Yeah. And but the Knights, I mean, they technically should be playing, well, they should probably be playing the Ducks.
Yeah.
Or the Mammoth, because actually I might have typed
that's weird. That it doesn't make any sense. But you know what it
But and
is.
if you look at the Eastern Conference, it's the same thing. So my understanding now is that the top seed gets the last person in. Oops, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Top seed gets the last person in.
Okay.
The second seed gets the other wild card team because there's two wild card teams. There's three teams that make it from each conference.
Right.
And it looks like the other two teams in their own conference, they play each other. Well, that's just a setup for disaster because if you watch the Hurricane, it's just like these guys just have already played a ton of games against each other. They're going to beat each other up.
Right.
I can't remember which game it was. I thought it was the Hurricanes and the Senators, which wouldn't have mattered because the Hurricanes were number one. But literally within 3 seconds of the puck dropping, I think it was Stahl and Kachuk just fought. Just said, "Drop them, let's go." I think it was them, but it's like, which I think is the same thing that happened in the Olympics. But anyway, we're gonna, I was went off on my tangent. I just didn't quite
No, but that
understand I didn't understand
I
why they seeded them that way
I didn't. I just want to know what number one was and number two was.
because
But you did a little bit more thought
the
than I
Stars
did.
in the Wild got jacked.
Yeah.
They're the third and fourth best team, pretty much in the second and third best team, pretty much definitely in the Western Conference, but might even been in all of NHL. The
You know
Avalanche
what?
destroyed everybody.
That's why we don't get paid the big bucks.
I could fix everybody's problem. I don't know why. I don't know why I just don't go to become the commissioner of baseball, basketball, and hockey and
You should.
football.
We just give you a hat that just says commissioner.
Commissioner on it, and then I'll just do them all because I'll be like, no, this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
But that's the way they play them, and that's you got to play. You got to play who they put in front of you, right?
That's right. It's the way they've been doing it. It's the way they work.
So here we go, Brian. This is
All
what
right.
you looked at.
Yeah. So, and I was curious. Okay, so the number one and number two seeds. I'm thinking number one seed is probably going to get all the way through to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Colorado is really good.
Okay, because they're really good. And so I was going, well, then Carolina Hurricanes. So they don't have like a number one seed in the West and a number one seed in the East. Because Carolina's in the East, Colorado's in the West, and Colorado's number one and Carolina's number two.
Because
I don't know. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hold on a second now. Hold on.
So, right? Because Carolina Hurricanes scored 113 points. Well, okay. Let me take a step back. That's how they finished in the President's Cup. President's Cup. So the Avalanche won, and the Hurricanes were second, which means that the Hurricanes were the first team in the East, because the Avalanche were the first team in the West,
Mm-hmm.
Hurricanes first team in the East.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hurricanes are not seeded like they're the first team. At least it doesn't look like it. So I was just like, all right, whatever. It's not my problem. It's not my thing. You got your top two seeds, Colorado, Carolina. Okay. This is what I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
If you win, because I knew that there was something about the President's Trophy. And the President's Trophy, just because you have the best record in the league, does not mean you're going to go on and win the Stanley Cup. And they call it's quite frankly, it's referred to as the President's Trophy curse. It's like since 1985-86,
Mm-hmm.
only 9 teams have won it. So you're looking at 40 years. So just about a quarter of the time, the team that wins the President's Trophy goes on to win the Stanley Cup.
One thing truly what I love about hockey is the underdog. I mean, if you look at the first 7 games that were played, I think four of them were won by the visiting team.
Okay.
Like the Flyers, who are visiting into Pittsburgh, are 2-0 because those two teams finished tied.
Okay. All right.
But they're like the 4 and the 5, right?
Okay.
There was zero. I don't know. There was zero separation between them. Really, what happens in hockey, and I think you're probably going to talk about this, but once your goalkeeper gets hot,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that.
it's over.
Yeah. If you get a hot goalkeeper,
Yeah,
you're
hot goalkeeper is going to win.
you're doing well.
Yeah.
So what I did then is I was like, okay, so who has done the double? And I just did it because I just wanted to know who these 9 teams were. The interesting thing is,
That's Gretzky era.
yeah, nobody, I mean, think about this. Nobody has won the double in 13 years, which then brings the idea, okay, so does that mean that a team is due to win the double? So is Colorado, it's like you're the best team. It's been 13 years. Or is it just, like, well, luck of the draw, basically? I don't know that you can
I
say
mean,
one
I
thing
don't
or
think there's
another.
luck of the draw because typically you want to do well, and that way you're going to get a higher seed. You're going to have more home games throughout the playoffs, right?
Right.
So I don't know what the answer to that would be other than, like you said, the curse. I mean, it's kind of like the Masters curse. You don't want to win prior to, or actually almost any major curse. You don't want to win prior to that
Right.
tournament.
Use up all your mojo before the before
Well, I
the
mean,
the real thing starts.
a realistic look at it is like the Angels. Okay, I know.
Why do you bring up the
It's
Angels?
because
What did I say to you?
I love the sigh.
What did I say to
It's
you?
like they'll score 16 runs in one game and get shut out the next 2 games. Then they'll score 20 runs. I'm like, can you just sort of
Maybe spread them out a
spread it
little
out a
bit.
little bit more for me? But you know, uh,
Okay, so that made me then think, well, if this has only been done 9 times, then there needs to be, maybe there's an advantage to finishing second,
second place.
right? Being
Mm-hmm.
second in the President's Trophy, maybe that is going to make it a little bit better.
Well, let's see, Brian.
Turns out it's worse to finish second in the President's Trophy
So what
than it
you're
is to win the President's Trophy.
so what you're telling me is, well, they have won. The last person to finish second has won it only 10 years ago instead of 13 years ago. But
Yeah, so this is recent
this is
history.
real recent history. So what you're telling me is I want to finish third.
Yes, or you want to finish someplace else.
Don't
You
finish
don't want
first
to
or
win.
second.
You don't want to finish second.
Because the odds are you're not going to, especially more recently, you're not going to.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes back to hockey's such a physical sport that these guys, and it's hard to get them off the ice, but when they're off, that could change the whole dynamic of the entire team.
Yeah.
And then they come back to play in the playoffs. So the next thing you know, did you happen to look into whether they lost in the championship? These things, did they at least make it to the final?
No, I did not.
To see,
I
like,
didn't. I didn't look that. I did cross my mind, but I didn't. I was like, okay, I don't have that much time.
yeah.
So, but
But we can look into it after the first round.
well, anyway, that was the next thing. So now my question was, what are the common traits of a
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Cup winning team? And these are the traits. This is
And
what they,
this is what
yeah,
your research.
yeah, Chat
You,
GPT.
no, you pulled over like Wayne and Marty McSorley and all
Mm-hmm.
those guys and said,
I
hey, can we
did.
have
And
a
Rogie
beer?
Vachon.
Can we have a beer and Rogie Vachon and Marcel Dion and have a beer and I'll take you out to dinner and just tell me what
Well,
we need to do.
yeah. How do we win
Yeah,
this? And so you got to get, like you're saying, the great goalie. It doesn't have to be like Patrick Waugh. He's just got to be hot, like you're
Patrick
saying.
Roy.
Waugh. Okay. He's just got to be hot.
Got to
Just
be
got to
hot.
be, that's the key.
And all those goalies are so good
Right.
that if they get on a tear.
Okay. The structured defense scoring depth is that you don't just get all your goals from one or two guys.
Absolutely.
You need to have a team that scores. Okay. Toughness, physical, because playoffs are really physical.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to be able to keep your composure. You can't lose sight of, okay, it's just one game, or it's one bad minute. Let's get everything back again. And those are the five things that teams that win the Stanley Cup, what they have.
I mean, but in the toughness and composure and depth, those are every sport.
Yeah, I would think so.
Every sport. It's a bummer that you don't need a structured defense in the NBA to win. You don't even need a structured offense in the
I
NBA
don't
to
know
win.
what
But
I don't know what goes on.
yeah, that's the truth. I mean, I would say that's exactly what you will see when they get into the finals.
Yep.
Is you're going to see a goalie that's going to. I mean, the oh man, the Golden Knights, they rode their goalie that one year.
Yeah.
I mean, just. And by the way, they're super fast. They played a whole different game that changed hockey, super duper fast, and that it's changed hockey. But I think when you're talking about composure, is not only when you're not doing really well, you still got an opportunity.
The next question is, what teams right now in the Stanley Cup have those 5 traits?
Mm-hmm.
And Colorado Avalanche is number one.
Well, they have
They've
121 points.
Right, but they've got everything, every box on that.
Okay.
However, and this is where I'm looking at this, they won the President's Trophy. Carolina, they have, like it says, 4 of the 5, but they finished second.
Okay.
Therefore,
I see where you're going.
Therefore, on the next little bit here, I'm going to make my choice of who I think is going to win.
Well, I see it up there right now. I mean, let's get real.
The problem is that they're this Minnesota Wild. Well, no, they're 1-1.
They're 1-1 now.
They're 1-1.
Dallas had the composure to come back and win after a brutal loss. And these two teams, by the way, I believe finished with the same points, and they're in the same division.
Right.
So they played each other enough to know each other, and I think they ended up with the exact same points.
Yeah, or pretty darn close.
Yeah. I mean,
so, and that's why I'm looking at this and I'm going, I've got to go with the Dallas Stars.
So I would be so what about the Wild if they beat the Stars? If they beat themselves, who used to be the Minnesota North Stars, and they beat the Stars.
Well, you know what? It's the first round, and you make your choice, and you live or die with your choice. And I think the Dallas Stars, right now, they're the team I'm going with, just based on this information. And then, so if you look at it, so the problem is if the Stars win, they beat the Wild, they're going to be playing the Avalanche in the next round.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is it's going to be hard for somebody out of the West to win this, because they're probably going to have to go through the Avalanche.
Oh, I would think so, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at the top 3 teams on the East compared to the top. I think the top, actually, even the 4th and 5th place team on the East would have won. Oh
yeah.
They're just. That tells you one of two things: either the East is really bad, and they just beat each other up to get the points. But that can't be the truth, because I'm like, these guys are.
They're professionals and they're all good.
Well, or they just beat the crud out of the West.
Yeah. But
so I really love the way the Flyers are playing right now. I mean, to go in to the Battle of Philadelphia.
Well, Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm gonna go with the Hurricanes.
Okay.
That's my guess right now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So then that pretty much answers it, because what we want to know is who you got. And I'm taking the Dallas Stars.
I'm taking the Carolina Hurricanes.
And we'll probably both be wrong, because the Avalanche will win.
Bryan, we went into March Madness with the rest of the world thinking Duke was going to win it all.
Yeah, that's true.
And UConn could have won that game, but but we went in with that. So yeah, who y'all got?
Our question to you is, who you got for the Stanley Cup? Leave a comment below. Are we right? Are we wrong? I'm going with Dallas. Greg's going with Carolina. So we will see. Um, if you like if you like what we talked about, please click the like button. And if you like the content that we're spewing out every week,
More than every week,
subscribe.
Brian. We're spewing out like 2 or 3 times a week.
Sometimes 4.
Sometimes 4 times a week.
Yep. And, we're putting this stuff out there. Hey, if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. All right, Greg, you got any final comments?
Let's go Canes.
All right, let's go Stars.
Maybe we'll see each other in the finals.
That would be fun.
That would be good.
All right.